So why this course, Digital Citizenship? This is a very good question, actually. Why are we here? Why are we doing this? So one of the key reasons is that a new digital existence is here. We are all impacted by the pace at which digital technology is transforming our world. In that regard, it then means that there is a new world order as far as transactions go. It means that we are more doing digital transactions than we are doing face-to-face transactions. It also means that if you are a business in the old order, which is before COVID, because this is now pivoting, this is now an opportunity for you to reposition your business and to rethink your business strategy and to basically get your business ready to serve the generations of consumers, digital consumers that are emerging from this moment forward. So I believe with that said, it is clear why this course is important. We did call it Introduction to Conducting Yourself in the Digital World. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Because also there is a new set of rules, a more enhanced set of rules, which basically defines how we coexist, how we transact in this new normal that we have found ourselves in. Yes, it is the new normal. And that's why we need to reassess our businesses and refocus on strategy. So I'm just going to hand over to Patrick, who is going to take you through the rest of the course. I believe that the rest of why we're here today, I will come back at the end just to take questions and answers. We're running massively behind because I wasn't sure if everybody was here on time. But over to you, Patrick. Let's hear from you on the things that you want to talk about. I will move the slide as soon as you've introduced what your content is going to be about. Thank you.
Okay, so do you have my slides already, or
yeah,
do
your
you
slides are here.
Oh, great.
These are your slides. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so so please go on to the next next slide, please. So as you all are aware, the majority of or let me say yes, the majority of the course will be you doing your self-learning, going online to the very excellent platform, I must say. I've also taken the course and you will enjoy it. However, towards the end, there'll be a day when we get to know ourselves better and localize the course, if that's the right word. Basically, apply it to our own scenarios. So next slide, please, Dogs. And so I've coined citizens rep because, you know, respect for our, educate, and then protect. So rep. And this is what the course is about. I'm hoping most of you have seen the agenda and the 9 elements of digital citizenship is what the course is about. So on our day, we shall look at those 9 elements, which are grouped around respect for yourself and others, educating yourself and others, and protecting yourself and others, and look at how we can map each of these elements to your businesses, because my session is going to be quite focused on how you use what you've learned in your professional world. Yeah, obviously we'll touch on it on a personal level. You know, it's human beings that do business anyway, so the personal level will come in, but we will be focused more on how we can use the new knowledge to benefit our businesses, and mapping it to each of these 9 areas. So please continue, talks to the next slide. Next slide, please. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah. So we found out who is on this course. i.e. those of you that are logged on. So where, as much as possible, we will try to use examples that are related to your own industries. So the industries we've picked up on, and here's a chance for you to please tell me or say if there's something that you want us to include in the practical sessions. We're looking at the media industry, digital and social media marketing, the graphics, banking, health and beauty, the training industry, agriculture, food processing like fish farming and that sort of thing, and of course, and fast food. So these are the sectors that we believe are represented in this course. But if there's any other sector that you want us to add, we're very happy to do that when we're doing the focus sessions. And trying to relate those 9 elements, like I said, to these sectors, how they affect these sectors, and furthermore, how they relate to the Nigerian story. Even though the digital world is quite consistent all over the world, there are specifics to regional specifics, cultures, that sort of thing that we need to look at. So next slide, please.
Okay, Nigerian and African setting.
Yes, Nigerian and African setting. Thank you. Yes. So I'll basically go through some brief training or lecture-led session on how to help you think. So we're not going to be doing it for you per se, but we're just guiding you and helping you to look out for the areas you need to analyze, in your individual businesses. So learn how to quickly analyze your own personal strengths and weaknesses as a business and as an individual running a business, and also the opportunities and threats that maybe your customers face or your partners face or your suppliers face, all in relation to the digital world and specific to what you've learned as becoming a digital citizen or improving your digital citizenship, because we're already all digital citizens. The fact that we're doing this course remotely tells you that we are already citizens. All we're trying to do is improve and continuous improvement, like any sensible business person or human being wants to do. So we'll look at that. And then, so for example, if you look at one of the areas like commerce, for example, is an area that we're heavily involved in the digital space. What does it mean to a training organization? It's very different from what it means to a fast food company. Each scenario has to be looked at individually. If you want to do commerce online, what is your size of your business? Who are your customers? All those kind of things. We'll talk about them and how you need to think through those things to decide, to make decisions. Like, oh, do I need my own website? Do I need my own shopping cart? Do I need my own app? Or is my business a business that will benefit more from being on aggregators like Jumia, Instagram, our platform, or Loyal? How am I using surveys? Are surveys relevant? Those kind of things. So we'll look at each of those 9 areas, and we'll discuss them, learn more about how to think about it, and then we'll do a class exercise as well. By the way, I'll come to that when I get to the agenda. We'll also discuss what you should be thinking about in the mid to long term. So mid-term, 5 years, but long-term, 10 to 15 years. Like for example, my company Avante, we've been around since 2012. It doesn't seem that long, but it's 9 years. So what are we going to do for the next 10 years? You need to have a good idea what you want to do and make sure that you're always in front of the curve, or at least at the forefront of things. So how you build that culture into your business is what we're going to talk about, again focused on the digital world. And because like I say here, everybody that's in school now, everybody that's working, that's a young person that's working, a young graduate that's graduated in the last 10 years, is heavily digital. Like when I went to school, I didn't come across computers till I was in uni. So I was about 20 years old or something, 21. Whereas now, my daughter, my last child, who's the 9-year-old, she's more computer literate at 9 than I was at 25. So all future customers you will need to talk to them on a digital platform. You already do. So if your business is not thinking about how we talk to customers and serve them through digital channels, then we need to start thinking about that quickly. And then we look at how we map the strategy in terms of your own organization. So like now, if anybody's in the bank now, banks, Nigerian banks are always ahead. Funny enough, we criticize them, but because they don't do some proper banking things sometimes. But technology-wise, they're actually very advanced, and most banks are now creating a new role called the Chief Data Officer. That role did not exist 5 years ago, but today that role is a very serious role. Sometimes reporting directly to the CEO. And in different units, maybe in the marketing unit and all that, they have digital officers or digital marketing. So small companies too need to think like that. You need to think about who are your digital ambassadors. Is it the whole company? Is it a group, or is it a member of staff? And how are they doing communication, marketing, and service delivery? Leveraging the digital platforms to do all those things. So we will discuss all that. Next slide, please. So I think this should be the last slide. So this just tells you what we'll cover on the day. I think it should be the 24th of June when we have the session together. It'll be most of the day, but we'll break it up. So we'll first do the theory. I'll deliver some lectures, and then we'll have a group exercise. And then after the group exercise, you will all go away to do individual exercise related to your own scenario, your own business. Because as I say, the session I'm leading is really focused on you quickly using what you've learned to benefit your business. So the exercise will also be something like that. And then the part 3 in the afternoon sometime, you will come back. And each of you will get a few minutes just to present what you've done to us, what you've thought about, and we'll just discuss it. And hopefully at the end of it, we can all go away feeling like there's something that you can use the next morning, literally, to add value to your business. So that's it. Any questions, please?
No. This is Kemi.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Kemi.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the wonderful outline. And I believe this is the right direction for most of the SME to go in order to relaunch their business using digital space. Because what I simply want to say is that I believe at the end of this training, every participant should be able to come up with Zoom version of their business. I call him Zoom version of their business simply because I believe their business should be able to cover all available markets so that we can get patronage. So we look forward to continue with this course and also to gain from your wealth of experience. Thank you for the outline.
Very well said. Thank you, sir. Any other questions? I see somebody, Kofo, looks like she wants to ask.
Kofo Martin.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I don't have a question for now.
Oh, okay. All right. Your
Yeah.
speaker was your mic
Oh.
was flashing, so we assumed you had one.
Oh, okay. No, no. I think it was my book resting
Okay.
on the laptop. Yes.
Okay.
How is the course going, madam? How are you finding the course?
It's going well. It's I'm looking forward to the sessions, because one of the reasons why I enrolled was so that we will be able to get ideas as to how to get better leverage for our business in terms of digital, so that we can be more visible on the digital platform, and we can make ourselves able to collaborate, open for collaborations with, other businesses in other parts of the world,
Fantastic. So you'll be happy to note that the focus will be on business and industries during the session. The slide
Yes.
on the screen right now covers every sector represented in terms of participants. So that should be quite useful.
Yes, yes.
The next
Yes, it should be. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think, I'm not sure if we have any other participants. If you are there, could you let us know that you're there? I'm not able to see who is there at the moment.
Oh, I can see the list. I can see quite a few names. I can see Edu, Gertrude, Ifeanyi, Kofu has spoken. I can see Vivian. I hope nobody minds me calling first names, by the way. Sorry, I'm a very informal person.
Your mic. It's cracking all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think that might be.
You are now muted.
Yeah, I know. I muted. I just deliberately did. Yeah, it's like from my end. Interesting. So anyway, any questions from anyone else?
So one of the things that I'm really looking forward to is how, under rethinking digital strategy, the point that you were making about businesses being able to identify new opportunities and threats, especially in this season. Everything has changed because of the way in which digital technology is pretty much defining for us the future from this moment. So I think that as small businesses, one of the reasons why we put this course together is because sometimes SMEs are not able to identify. They're not able to identify their strengths, their weaknesses. Then they're not also able to identify opportunities and threats. So I think that in this current new normal that we're in, your ability to assess the risks, the internal risk and the external risk to your business is going to be pivotal to your survival. So I'm really glad that you have put that there on the list, because I think that people need to be able to know what they have currently that is a strength, what they have to be able to basically assess their business, look at it internally, and then also look at it from an external angle with regards to what is going to pose a risk to my business in 6 months' time. You understand what I'm trying to say? Businesses need to be able to identify and be aware of what's going on in their sector and what is going on regionally if we want to take advantage of the digital technology, because it's all about changing and it's moving very quickly as well. So that's a session that I'm looking forward to. I also am very glad that you've put in the outline long-term business, mid to long-term business survival, because this is what it is going to be about. Whether the services we're rendering right now is going to serve the test of time. Because like you say, the consumer of today is not necessarily the consumer that we are looking for the entire time that we're in business. We're supposed to retain customers and acquire new customers. And I think this particular point that you put here is going to be very instrumental to helping a lot of us understand how to acquire new customers, how to create new products that actually meet the needs of the market that we're in right now. So I don't know if you have any closing remarks or if anybody out there has anything they want to say before we round up and bring the session to a close.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the chat. So if I has said thank you and welcome, and wants to know both. If I wants to know whether you share the slides, these slides I would just did with them, with everyone else. Can I assume that's a yes?
So
Tokumbo.
we can share aspects of this slide.
This particular slide, yes.
This particular page, we can share that.
Okay, so she will share some of the.
That we're going to focus on, we can share that.
Okay, so if you can hear, sorry, there's another problem. It's breaking, even at my end too. I think we need to check that next time. The virtual, there's some kind of breaking sound every time you're talking. I don't know whether it's your network or the system, but so everyone complained about that. So it's happening for me too. That's Edu said the same thing, and Gertrude says no problem with first names. So yeah, I think it's just comments and that's it. So look forward to working with everyone. Tokumbo will share the aspects of the slides that she wants to share, and we shall see you on the 24th of June.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us today, Patrick. It's been extremely useful having you here, and we certainly have a lot to look forward to. To everyone who registered, we're very grateful for trusting us and for signing up on the course. We look forward to seeing you on the 24th and have a great time doing your course. Thank you so much. I believe we've come to the end. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.